The 2010-2011 college hockey season is revving up for another action-packed year. There is a new addition to this year's MSU Mavs, the first of its kind, a homegrown player. Corey Lieberman is a freshman forward for the Mavs, as well as a Mankato Area Hockey Association alum. This past summer, I had a chance to sit down with Corey and Coach Judding and chat about just how exciting this is for Mankato hockey.
Well, I think, the benefits of Corey probably will be for the youth of Mankato. It gives them a goal to strive for. It shows them that it can be accomplished out of Mankato. I think it's a great credit to the Maha hockey program in that Corey's not one of those kids who traveled all over the place to develop as a hockey player. He developed right here in Mankato, and I think a great credit to his youth coaches. I think a great credit to his family for the kind of work ethic that Corey has.
Corey is truly grateful for his experience. He remembers back to the guys he grew up with, both on and off the ice.
It was just really nice to always skate with the same guys every year, and I was always on like the Pee Wee A or the Pee Wee B team, and I always had good guys that I grew up with, and we always would make about the same teams, and just be 5 or 6 guys you'd always get along and always hang out with on the team.
Corey is the first to admit that his past coaches have molded him into the player he is today. He has had a strong role model in each stage of his career.
When we were younger, we moved up to high school with another coach named Ken Essay, and I mean, he gave me so many pieces of advice that I couldn't even explain. He changed me from a freshman year of when I didn't even think I was going to play college hockey to my senior year where I was playing Division I. Me and him had a great relationship, and then my first year in Fargo, I had Dean Blaze, and if anybody knows about Dean Blaze, he's probably the best coach in hockey, I'd say. He changed me. Just unbelievable guy. Even if it was off the ice, on the ice, he made me a better person all around, and I'd say he's probably one of the best coaches I've ever had in my hockey career is Dean Blaze. So.
He realizes how many people recognize him and are invested in his career. He is thankful for the program that raised him and looks to give back in any way he can.
I'd say with camps and everything that I've been doing, it's just been overwhelming how many people you get to know and all that. So I mean, I'm just trying to give back to the community as much as I can with camps and helping out with hockey, golf, work, basically whatever it is. I'm just trying to help out as many people as I can.
Corey also strives to help his new team with the skills and talents he has acquired thus far. Part 2 of Corey's story is coming up during the next intermission. For College Hockey Weekend on Charter, I'm Emily Valerio.
Don't touch that dial, because when we come back, Alexa is set with her predicted studs, standouts, and stat stuffers for the 2010-2011 season, so we take a look at Alexa's A-list. Stay tuned to the one, the only, Charter College Hockey Weekend pregame show.
Attention taxpayers. IRS problems? We can help you today. We've helped many taxpayers settle their tax debt for much less than what they owed.
I owed the IRS over $13,000. They got me a tax settlement of $400.
You have tax rights, and our professionals fight hard to quickly settle your IRS debt.
They know exactly what to do for a quick tax settlement.
Allow us to relieve your IRS burden today. Call now for your free consultation to solve your IRS tax problems. All calls are confidential. Call now.
It can happen without warning. Grf! Striking anyone, anywhere. Fork! The sudden, irrepressible urge
Narmer!
to eat an Herbert and Gerbert sandwich.
Gerf, fork, and narmer.
Because at Herbert and Gerbert, we have unusual names for unusually great sandwiches. All made with fresh baked bread, savory meats, and crisp veggies.
Narmer.
Herbert and Gerbert's, subs worth discovering.
What makes DeGroote's Home Store better than the rest? Great selection, quality products, and exceptional service. Our experienced and knowledgeable sales staff build lasting relationships with you, our customer. We offer free local delivery and professional installation. And we service all that we sell with a fleet of authorized technicians. Over 57 years of exceptional service to our customers. For quality electronics, appliances, and home furnishings,
DeGroote's, your electronics and appliance brand source store.
Tonight's show is brought to you by SignPro. Sign up with SignPro. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. Bethany Lutheran College, think Bethany. And Charter Communications. Sign up for Charter's high-speed internet.
Welcome back. Each week, I'm going to break down players, teams, and maybe even some plays to see who comes out on top of Alexa's A-list. This week, I chose Minnesota State University's senior defender, Ben Youds, who leads the Mavericks in scoring last season with 3 goals, 23 assists, and 26 points. He was also named MSU's Unsung Hero for 2009-2010. Next is North Dakota's junior goalie, Brad Eisnes. He's the only goalie in UND history to appear in at least 40 games in his past 2 seasons. In the 2009-2010 season, he was named to the All-WCHA second team. His record last year was 24-10-4 with an outstanding 891 saves. This week's A-list team is the Wisconsin Badgers, who last season had a record of 28-11-4 and also appeared in the Frozen Four. After losing Blake Jeffrion and many other key players, Wisconsin will definitely have to rely on young skaters, such as Jordy Murray, who last season scored 12 goals, along with senior goalie Scott Gudmundsson, who had 746 saves. Wisconsin tops off the WCHA poll in 5th position and the USCHO poll in 13th.
And before we send you over to the Verizon Wireless Arena for tonight's game, see who we picked to come out on top this weekend. And we'll take a look at tonight's main event, the Minnesota State Mavericks versus the St. Lawrence Saints. Stay tuned to the Charter College Hockey Weekend pregame show.
If you've been injured in an accident, you know the feeling of helplessness that can set in. You need a law firm with the right experience to get you back on track. At Frentz & Frentz, we've been there for thousands of Minnesotans. Our practice is limited to personal injury, so we know what you're going through and how to help. Call us at 345-4505. The call is free and there are never any legal fees unless you win. Frentz & Frentz, we know personal injury law.
Cook never giving up on the play, diving back in. Defensive position. Here's a turnover. Gagliardi down. Let's go!
Well, that's just what the Mavericks. I'm Jerry Mashko. When people walk through this door, it's because they've been harmed in some way. They're faced with challenges not easily managed. We listen, ask important questions, then give clear direction. Our focus is on legal and financial issues, but we also help clients take care of personal and family needs after an accident. We resolve complex matters. We know our work impacts our clients, so we work hard to bring stability, healing, and closure.
Mashka, Reedy, and Reese, 507-625-6600.
Welcome back. Up next, we'll be talking to some players and coaches from tonight's matchup.
You know, I think probably so, but you know, with those 2 guys, I think, you know, they both had good experience last year, so definitely a lot better situation than we were in last year at this time with 2 kids that had success and have some game experience under their belt. And in terms of the goal scoring, you know, we got to have some kids step up in that area. We didn't play with Mike Dorr, we did not play with Uriah Hayes or Rylan. But we need some kids to step up and kind of fill that role for our team.
Obviously, we want to win. You know, we got quite a few freshmen coming in. We lost a lot of role player seniors. So I guess as a team, I think we need to form a team identity first. Play simple, but overall, I think we should have a pretty successful year if we can form a decent team together.
It went well. I mean, it's nice always to be back on the ice playing a real game, but you know, it was nice to get, you know, a feel for the game right off the bat, and the team looked good. Our incoming freshmen that we have looked phenomenal out there, but overall I think we looked really well, and it felt good to get back on the ice and get our legs under us.
All right, we are now set for me and Alexa's weekend predictions. Alexa, first up we have Denver at Vermont. Who'd you pick?
Definitely a Denver sweep. They're ranked 11th in the USCHO poll and coming off a strong season. They're looking to Joe Colborne and Kyle Ostro to have a big weekend.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going to go a split series. Denver lost Rock Shawnee and Chevry last year, so Vermont will be able to steal a game away from Denver, I think. All right, next up we have Massachusetts at Minnesota. What do you think?
Definite Minnesota sweep. They have Alex Kangas strong between the pipes, and Minnesota looking for redemption after last year.
Yeah, totally. I'm going with Minnesota sweep too. Jay Barabal is coming off an injury last year and is now the team captain, and it's definitely a different Minnesota team on the ice this year. I really think they're going to come out strong. Last up, we have Rensselaer at Colorado College. Excuse me. It's going to be a split series. Both teams are coming off 500 series, I think. What do you think, Alexa?
I think it's going to be in Colorado sweep. They've got a good returning strong goalie, Joe Howie, back there in the net for them.
All right. Finally, to tonight's matchup. The Saints at the Mavericks. The Mavericks are coming off an overall disappointing season, going 16-20-3 last year and 9-17-2 in conference play. This year they are led by Captain Rylan Gagliardi, along with some strong senior leadership from Ben Yowes, Andrew Sackerson, Kurt Davis, and Channing Bowe. Head coach Troy Jutting is heading into his 10th season, during which he has amassed a 158, 182, and 47 record. On home ice last year, the Mavs went 10-8-1. So home ice has definitely swung in their favor against the Saints coming out of the ECAC. The Saints finished this last season with a 9-16-7 mark, but only finished just above 500 in conference play with a 9-8-5 record and in a tie for 5th place overall. Here are 3 faces to keep an eye out on tonight for the Saints. Senior Aaron Boguschan is coming off a solid season, scoring 11 goals last year. Sophomore Kyle Flanagan totaled 28 points. And junior Brandon Bolig totaled 25 points. That's their big 3. When it comes down to it, this is a must-win for the Mavericks. Their biggest problem last year was their ability to finish games. Too often they let winnable games slip away last year, and the Mavs would be off to a good start by sweeping their opening series against the Saints. The road doesn't get any easier from them after this, because once they start conference play, they have to play 3 teams that were in the NCAA tournament last year, including Denver, North Dakota, and Bemidji State. A very difficult team. So the wait is finally over, and it's time for us to say goodbye and send you over to Don Westfall and Ryan Larson for tonight's game between the Mavericks and Saints. Be sure to tune in again in 2 weeks when the Mavericks take on Colorado College. For myself, Alexa Mowry, and all of us here at Bethany Lutheran College, I'm Danny Wagner, and we'll see you next time on the Charter College Hockey Weekend pregame show. Thank you for joining us, and good night.